Vi's the sort of champion where as long as something has punch in it, you can make it a Vi joke. What's Vi's favorite drink? Fruit punch! Why is Vi such a comedian? Because she loves to deliver punchline. What's Vi's favorite band? Five Finger Death Punch! Ha ha! Alright, I'm done. So why would you want to play Vi? Well, she has very high damage, great sustain in the jungle, very good duelist, great engaged champion, and lots of lockdown. However, there are some downsides. Missing her Q basically leaves you stranded, especially in the early game. She does fall off a lot in the late game, she struggles when she gets behind, and she can be outplayed easily when you ult. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look at those abilities. Her passive is Shielding Punch. When Vi hits an enemy with one of her abilities, she gains a shield, and that's it. Her Q is Lunging Punch. Vi will charge up a punch, slowing her movement speed, and when the punch is released, she'll charge in a target direction, only stopping when she hits an enemy champion during the travel duration, and deals a bunch of damage. Her W is Consecutive Normal Punches. When Vi hits a target with an ability or an auto attack, they get 1 stack, and when they reach 3 stacks, she punches through armor, dealing bonus damage and reducing the target's armor by 20% and giving herself attack speed. Her E is Super Punch. When this is activated, she punches the target so hard they take additional damage, and she deals damage to enemies in a cone behind that target. Vi's ult is Super Seeking Mega Uppercut Punch. Vi selects a target and becomes unstoppable, and she will find you, and she will kill you. She'll lock on, knock away any champions in the way, then uppercut the target, dealing a big chunk of damage and leaving the enemy open for her follow-up. Alright, you get it? Vi likes to punch. Now let's take a look at those runes. Now, Vi has 2 potential paths that she can take, damage or damage. I prefer damage, because damage sometimes isn't for me. I like to take Hail of Blades to proc her E faster, Sudden Impact, because the image might as well just be Vi, Eyeball Collection, because Vi is a Sealer or Killer Cop, and Relentless Hunter for easier movement. You can also do Ultimate Hunter for more ults. Then secondary tree, you go Triumph and Alacrity. Conquer is also a pretty viable option. You could also go press the attack because it's basically doubling up with your W. Cool, look at that. Now it's time to look at those items. Now for your main item, you have a few options. Divine Thunder is pretty good for his all-around item. Same goes for Trinity Force. If the enemy does have a lot of squishier targets, feel free to take Eclipse as well. For boots, just take one of the defensive one, then Black Cleaver, and then just damage over tank because you want to make sure the target you get onto will die. If you do want to get some defensive items, make sure you get the defensive bruiser items so at least you can have that damage still. Next up, of course, we're doing Smite Flash. We're the jungler. Alright, now let's take a look at those combos. Now what makes most of her combos tick is that her E is an auto attack reset, so keep that in mind even if you aren't doing any of these combos and you're just attacking the camp. Just walking up to an enemy champion, just auto E auto is a great way to proc your W almost instantly for that bonus attack speed and the armor shred. Honestly, this is basically how you should be attacking anyway, most of the time. Then once you get your ganks going pre-6, you generally want to use this combo. You Q to go in, auto attack, E, auto attack. That is your most bursty combo early on. For a little bit less damage but quicker damage, you can do Q, E, auto attack, and then it's just that. Something else to keep in mind, you can flash with your Q charging, so flash Q is always a viable option for getting further engages. But then once your ult is up, you have your big lockdown combo. Ult, auto attack E, Q, auto attack, E, auto attack. This can get you a ton of damage. However, getting that extra auto attack before you Q in does give the enemy a chance to get their mobility or flash off, so keep that in mind. For the more CC string heavy combo, you want to ult, auto attack, Q, auto attack, E, auto attack. I have lost targets for not using the complete lockdown combo, but it's still great if their flash is down. However, if you want to be big brain with this, then you can use the previous combo but bait out their flash and then still hit them with the Q engage. Then if you really need to close the distance on a target, you can use your Q as basically a dash, so you're getting range with your ult, then just follow up with auto attack, E, auto attack. And that's it. We did it! We're in the game, and we're going to take this red item so we don't have to wash any blood stains out of it, and we're going to take this mixed drink so we stay healthy. Now, we're in the jungle, so we have some option here. Especially in lower elo, starting the bot side is the best, so you can get that bigger leash. Then, I'm mostly a believer in full clears. However, once you clear bot and head top, I do try and gank once I can. Now that your first clear is done, you can basically assume that the enemy junglers took the same path as you, so when you're ganking top, get ready for that counter gank. Or if you're getting scuttle, get ready for a fight. You're a very bruisery early, especially if you started Hail of Blades, so you can win those 1v1s. Screw it, limit test, it doesn't matter. The only way you know is if you do it, so try it out. Now, after that, there really isn't a set way to say this is what you do next in jungle, so just try and work your camps and get in for a gank whenever the opportunity arises. You do want to make sure you gank often. You're not really a big power farming jungle, so you do want to try and push those advantages and get those sweet, sweet kills. Just try and get some cross-map plays when you can, and counter gank when the enemy jungler's in that area. As Vi, you're actually pretty good at sneaking early dragons, as your passive plus your W makes it pretty quick and safe to just solo at level 4 or 5. But obviously, be careful because sneaking objectives can get you killed. But once you hit level 6, your ganking potential goes way up because you can lock the enemies down with your lockdown combo. Usually paired with a teammate, it's almost a guaranteed kill as mobility won't save them from your point and click unstoppable Vi. Make sure to keep those objectives in your front of your mind, get ganks, and now let's talk about those fights. When you are in team fights, you want to make sure you prioritize the most fed target on the enemy team with your ult. However, don't go too crazy with it because you can be baited into ulting, then they just dash flash away and now you're just in the middle of the enemy whole team and you just die. If you do find yourself behind, then try and use your abilities to peel for your fed teammate and let them carry you. And then we did it! We won the game, and if you enjoyed this video, check out Riot's pretty boy with all his skins. Talk to you later!